Hi there, I'm Mad Muffins and welcome to another speed painting discussion video on RWBY OCs. Today I'll be speed painting discussing Crimson Riot by Skelellama. So Crimson Riot's 17, she's an outwardly bold and rambunctious huntress, and she's depended on by her friends and teammates. She never really takes anything seriously. However, inwardly and towards herself, she's an apathetic person with a dominating and sadistic view of the outside world. Now I had to look up what apathetic meant, so it took me a little while to understand. But apathetic means showing or feeling no interest, enthusiasm or concern, so I think that'd be a really good thing to see in the RWBY universe. Just something different, I guess. Her weapon is a baseball bat, bazooka and club, and the temporary name for this is Black Pearl. You know, get it? Because Captain Jack Sparrow, Black Pearl. So her weapon can transform to a bat, bazooka to a club, giving her a way to attack from both a close range and from farther away. In spite of its weight, she's able to lug it around with ease and knock down opponents with huge force. Her semblance is called Rampage. She can channel her aura into her muscles, giving a boost for a short amount of time, allowing her to take down hordes of opponents. The longer the rampage, the more quickly her aura is used up. Using too much would give her severe muscle fatigue and sometimes even making it difficult to move. She's based off Captain Hook and Captain Jack Sparrow. And the other little note that she has here is she's lactose intolerant but loves ice cream, and I think that's lovely. She doesn't have an emblem at this point in time, but I'm just going to go and tell the things I like and things I don't like about this OC, and the description about it. I like the way that it's based off, well, pirates in general and stuff like that. Most do, like, you have a lot of characters, say for instance Jean d'Arc and Pure and Nikos, they're based off historical figures. Jean d'Arc is Joan of Arc, and Pure is, I'm pretty sure, Achilles. So I like the way this is based off also just like a fairy tale as well. Also because Little Red Riding Hood and, you know, Ruby Rose, stuff like that, Goldilocks and Yang, but never mind, I'll go back to what I was doing. I also like how her name, this is going to be a very obvious one, but her name, Crimson Riot, the word crimson and the colour crimson is also in her design. Now you'd think this would be a very obvious thing, I mean yellow and yang and red and ruby and Blake and black and Weiss and white. Well, it's not a very common thing actually. I find a lot of people don't actually have that, and it kinda makes me sad when I don't see it. But I like this because I do see it, and I like it, again, for more than that. But I like the idea of the whole pirate theme and the colour as well mixing together. Another thing I like about this is the difference for the weapon. I don't see, well obviously I don't see a lot of pirate OCs, but I don't see a lot of them with weapons like clubs or bazookas or anything like that. I originally thought, oh, that'd be a little bit weird and having, why don't you have a cutlass or a pistol or something like that. And then I realised, no, this could be a really good idea. And I also thought up if, say for another long range thing, she could have little tiny bombs made out of dust and stuff like that, and she could hit them into other people's faces. I thought that'd be cool. Now, moving on to the things I don't like about this. I like the idea of having, again, the colour in the design, but the one thing that really just kind of poked fun at me as well, that not everything is the same colour of, well, I'm just going to give you an example here. When you look at RWBY, most of her reds and her blacks and, well, obviously her blacks and the rest of the colours on her are sort of red, so the black is a very dark red as well. And the greys are also kind of red as well, they've got a little bit of red tinge, and you see this in Yang as well. Even with her colour, like her alternate colour, the purple handkerchief that she's got, it's still a warm type of purple, and all of her browns are very yellowish as well. And that's what I didn't like about this. I think you need to add more of that reddish brown into this. That's why when I get into the colouring on the speed paint here, you'd be able to see that I changed the colour from brown, because I messed it up, to a nice dark maroony red. I used a lot of red colours in here, and I wish I had put down a whole scratch pad of how many colours of red that I used. Also, the thing I don't really like is the eye patch, and I kind of forgot that as well. I got rid of it. I got rid of it in the end because I just didn't really I like it. I'm sorry, Skelellama, if you want me to put that in there, I'll do another one and I'll put it in. There was a redesign of this character, again by Skelellama, and I used that as well to help along with the boots and the things like that, but I wish I'd used more of that outfit design. It also comes with like a handkerchief, oh no, handkerchief, headscarf and little things coming down from my hair, and I really like that. The last thing I don't really like about this is the description. It's a little bit too messy and I just couldn't follow along with it, and again I had to look up what apathetic meant. So I think just change that, and I like your art style. I don't think you can change that. I think that's very nice. And that's about it. Again, I think I'd add the thing about the bombs as well. I think that'd be a little cool thing, but that's up to you. I don't really mind that. And the rest of it's really good. Well, thank you for joining me, and for the rest of this, we're just going to play a theme that I think goes really well with this character. I hope you enjoyed, and this has been Mad Muffins.